Welcome to today's webinar, Engaging with the Colorado Public Utilities Commission, a guide for 911 governing bodies. The information provided in this presentation is intended to provide procedural options for 911 governing bodies or public safety answering points seeking to resolve issues related to the delivery of 911 service. It does not constitute legal advice and is not intended to encourage litigation or the initiation of litigated proceedings before the Colorado Public Utilities Commission. Consult with an attorney prior to taking legal action or initiating proceedings before the Commission. Today we'll provide a brief introduction to the topic, discuss what the PUC is, and then discuss options for engagement with the PUC. Regarding those options, we'll talk about escalation directly with the company, informal complaints submitted to Commission staff, formal complaints filed with the Commission, petitions filed with the Commission, and engagement with the Commission through the Commission's 911 Advisory Task Force. The purpose of this presentation is to provide basic information to local governments regarding how to inform the Colorado PUC of issues with 911 call delivery. The PUC regulates Basic Emergency Service, or BES, which is the aggregation and transport of 911 calls to a public safety answering point. The company that provides this service is referred to as the Basic Emergency Service Provider, or BESP. Complaints about Basic Emergency Service or the Basic Emergency Service Provider can be and should be directed to the Commission. This presentation will not cover how a 911 governing body would apply for an increase to their emergency telephone charge. There is already a video covering that topic on the Commission's 911 program webpage, which can be accessed at the QR code below. The rules referenced today can be found at the QR code below. These are the Commission's rules for practice and procedure. First, what is the PUC? The Public Utilities Commission is a constitutionally created state agency tasked with regulating public utilities. What constitutes a public utility is defined by the legislature, but currently includes industries as diverse as natural gas and pipeline safety, railroads, power companies, inmate communications service providers, tow trucks, taxis, and more. The PUC has other duties and authorities assigned to it by the legislature, such as the authority to enforce 911 surcharge collection, even from entities not otherwise considered utilities, such as wireless telephone providers. The Commission is made up of 3 commissioners appointed by the Governor and approved by the Colorado Senate for staggered 4-year terms. Commission staff consists of roughly 100 employees who conduct the day-to-day business of the Commission, serve as advisors to the Commissioners, and occasionally intervene in Commission proceedings to represent the public interest. Commission staff do not have any authority beyond what is delegated to it by the Commission. Final decision-making authority rests with the Commissioners. Level 1. Dispute resolution and escalation through the company. The CenturyLink Basic Emergency Service Tariff states that a customer, the 911 governing body or the public safety answering point purchasing the service, can escalate issues through the company. CenturyLink provides the Commission's 911 Advisory Task Force with an updated list of escalation contacts to try to resolve issues. Contact us at DORA_911program at state.co.us if you need a current contact list for CenturyLink. Note, you are not required to attempt to resolve your complaint with the company first through the escalation contacts provided by the company, but it is highly recommended. Doing so may resolve the issue before having to escalate it to the Commission and will demonstrate that the governing body or PSAP made a good faith effort to resolve the issue with the company prior to escalation if that becomes necessary. Level 2. Informal complaints. Like the dispute resolution escalation process set forth in the Basic Emergency Service Tariff, informal complaints are an optional step. You are not required to engage in an informal complaint process prior to filing a formal complaint. Informal complaints may be provided by any party. Complaints concerning Basic Emergency Service may be sent to the Commission's 911 Program Manager or the Telecom Section Chief, or by emailing DORA_911program at state.co.us. No official filing is necessary. Because we engage regularly with local 911 agencies on a wide array of issues, if you wish your complaint to be handled as an informal complaint under Commission rules, it would be helpful for you to state this in your email. Informal complaints are handled under Rule 1301 of the Commission's Rules of Practice and Procedure. Informal complaints concerning Basic Emergency Service will be handled by the Commission's Consumer Assistance Section in conjunction with the Telecom Program Section. Informal complaints are handled by Commission staff. not by the Commission itself. There is no proceeding created and no official record for the Commission. The complaint needs to be regarding something that the Commission has the statutory authority to regulate. Submitting an informal complaint does not preclude you from filing a formal complaint at any time. If the matter is regarding something that the Commission has authority to regulate, Commission staff has a number of different actions it can take, including but not limited to investigating the informal complaint or providing the complainant with information about how to file a formal complaint. While Commission staff may file a formal complaint on behalf of the complainant, this is very rare and is only done in specific circumstances. You are the customer alleging a violation of Commission rules or failure to comply with the tariff, and your participation is needed to fully inform the Commission of the issue and request resolution. The Commission is a forum to which customers of regulated services and service providers can each plead their cases and the Commission can adjudicate. It is not intended to serve as an advocate. 911 agencies must advocate for themselves. In the investigation of an informal complaint, Commission staff may refer the complaint to the BESP for a response. The BESP is required to respond in writing within 14 days of the referral. If both the complainant and the company agree, the Commission may also refer the informal complaint to mediation. A mediator will then work with both the complainant and the company to reach a resolution. Other than the authority to compel a company to respond to an informal complaint within 14 days, Commission staff has no authority to force the company to resolve the complaint. The purpose of an informal complaint is to resolve the issue voluntarily or gather information for additional actions to be taken beyond the informal complaint. Level 3. Formal complaints. Unlike informal complaints, formal complaints must be filed with the Commission through the Commission's e-filing system, which can be reached from puc.colorado.gov. This is a relatively easy process, and Commission staff can help you if you have difficulty. You are not required to have an attorney to file a formal complaint, but it is recommended. More information about formal complaints can be found in Rule 1302 of the Commission's Rules of Practice and Procedure. Formal complaints. What information to include? First, you must state who you are. Any person may file a formal complaint, but you must state which person, entity, or organization is filing this complaint. Who you are complaining about, the name of the company that you are alleging violated Commission rules. What your complaint is. What the company did or did not do, in as much detail as possible that you believe is a violation of Commission rules. Name the specific statute, rule, tariff, or Commission-approved agreement that was allegedly violated. The relief sought. What do you want the Commission to do? This could be compelling the company to comply with a rule, providing a refund, or other action that you, as the customer, believes is appropriate. Upon receipt of a formal complaint, the Director of the Public Utilities Commission will serve the company with the complaint, along with a notice of a hearing date, time, and location. The company has 20 days to either satisfy the complaint or file its response. The complaint will usually be referred to an administrative law judge for hearing. Hearings are an opportunity for the Commission to hear from both parties. These are handled like a court case, and this is why it is recommended that you have an attorney to represent you. The outcome of a formal complaint will vary depending on the circumstances, but some potential outcomes include dismissal of the formal complaint if it is determined to be unfounded or outside of the Commission's statutory authority. The Commission may order the company to take certain actions to resolve the complaint, or the Commission may impose civil penalties on the company. Ways to participate without your own lawyer. Having an attorney is recommended, but not every 911 governing body has easy access to legal counsel. Consider engaging with your county attorney or an attorney for another 911 governing body. There are several attorneys in Colorado with experience in 911 issues and with PUC proceedings. If other 911 governing bodies have the same complaints that you do, consider filing jointly. Any party can file a formal complaint, so an organization could also file a complaint on behalf of one or more governing bodies. Filing petitions. Like a formal complaint, petitions also need to be e-filed. Petitions are handled under Rules 1304 and 2003. Petitions are appropriate if you want the Commission to change a rule, which would be a petition for rulemaking, or you want the Commission to make a ruling on the interpretation of a rule or tariff provision, which would be a petition for declaratory order, or you want any other action from the Commission not covered above, which would be a petition for relief. An example would be a petition to open an investigatory proceeding. Other options: engaging through the Commission's 911 Advisory Task Force. The task force doesn't have an attorney, so it would be difficult for the task force to file complaints or petitions. However, the purpose of the task force is to advise the Commission on matters related to 911, and it can file comments, letters, or requests informally through its existing repository proceeding. These filings could be simply informational to make the Commission aware of a particular issue, or they could suggest or advise the Commission to investigate a particular issue. In conclusion, engaging with a regulatory body can be intimidating because they are formal institutions that are designed to weigh multiple sides of complex issues, but there are multiple ways that you as a 911 governing body or PSAP can engage with the PUC in order to resolve complaints. If you have any other questions or need other assistance, please don't hesitate to contact us at DORA_911program@state.co.us. You can also reach the Colorado 911 Program website from the QR code on this screen, as well as the PUC's Rules of Practice and Procedure. Thank you for joining the webinar.